Hello and welcome back. Let's dive right into your second chord now, the A minor chord. So one of the best ways to get to the A minor chord is from our first chord that we learned, E minor. So if you remember, E minor was on string 5, fret 2, fret 1, fret 2, right there. And then finger 3 was going on string 4, which is also on fret 2, right below it. That's E minor. So how do we get to A minor from there? Well, we're going to just lower each finger down one string each. So finger 3 is going to go down to fret 2, same fret 2, down to string 3, and then finger 2 is going to go down to string 4. And then we have to add one more finger to it. Finger 1 is going to go onto string 2, fret 1. Now, let's give this a strum. That's the A minor chord. A minor. So now that we've played the A minor chord, we want to do something really similar that we did with the E minor chord. We want to isolate each string and make sure that it's sounding super clear. So let's apply a little bit of pressure, enough pressure to where you see the strings actually connect onto the fretboard. And then with our right hand, using your thumb or using a pick, you can just pluck each string individually. We're going to isolate, and hopefully each string is ringing out clear. Is it not so clear? Let's do some troubleshooting. So again, you might remember that buzz sound. That means you need a little more pressure with finger 2. So just dig in a little bit more. See if you can apply the pressure finger by finger as needed. Dig in a little more, and then, is that one dead? Make sure it's not on top of the fret, but right next to the fret, and down. And then what about string 2? Is that ringing clear, or is it being muted? Is finger 3, our problem child finger, getting in the way again and actually blocking string 2? It's possible, because sometimes when we're holding our hand, there's this tendency, especially as we're trying to look over and do stuff, for our hand to go way out to the side like this. So, one of the problems could be the thumb is way too high. Lower that thumb to get some nice leverage. We're looking for this nice sort of C shape with the hand. Or the last little issue that I see a lot of people have is string 1, which is an open string. We don't have a finger down on string 1, the high E string, but sometimes that can be muted by index finger. The index finger can sometimes get a little lazy there and kind of be collapsing, just barely touching. It's amazing how much leverage we need and how much clearance we need to really get a clean sound string by string. I always like to say that your hand shape should almost be like you're holding an avocado or an egg. It's totally okay to use some of the side of the index finger, and it's totally okay to use the outside of the pinky finger when you're pressing down on some strings. However, finger 2 and finger 3, middle finger and the ring finger, those are the ones that are more smack dab right in the middle. So if finger 1 is muting string 1, you might just need to push forward ever so slightly. Again, remember, we never want our wrist to go beyond the neck, but just a little bit to try to get that clearance. And if you're still having some muting issues, it's not the end of the world. It just takes some practice. So when we first got started, I kind of went down finger by finger very slowly. Ultimately, we want to be able to transition from A minor to E minor in one go. That means instead of dropping finger 3 down, then finger 2 down, then adding 1, that's 3 steps. We want to get that to a 1 step. This is how we transition between chords. So the very first thing, without even worrying about finger 1, we could maybe just try to get those first 2 fingers, fingers 2 and finger 3, we could get those to just drop down 1 string each. Let's start back on the E minor chord again, and we'll do 8 strums on the E minor, and then we're going to jump down those 2 fingers down to the A minor. And I know it's not technically an A minor chord without finger 1, but let's just do this with the first 2 fingers just to get comfortable. So I'm going to anchor my thumb on string 6 again, the bass string, and let's get our strum going. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, here we go, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 5, get ready to lift them up, 7, 8, and 1. Just landing it right on beat. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one of the big tricks when it comes to guitar chord transitions in general is that we want to be visualizing where our fingers are going to go next before they actually do the movement. So what that means is when I'm on the E minor, maybe I'm doing my 8 count, by the time I get to about 5 or 6, I'm visualizing exactly what my fingers need to do. I'm visualizing that movement and thinking about it by count 5. Because honestly, if you've got your strum down, your basic strum, that should almost be autopilot at this point. But by the time you get to about count 5, that's exactly when you want to start visualizing it. And then that way, by the time count 8 comes around, you're not like, oh wait, crap, where am I supposed to go? You're actually like ready to go because you've already been thinking about it for 3 beats. So let's just do that again, starting with E minor, going to that simplified A minor. It's actually like an A9 chord. But let's start with the E minor chord and then just drop those 2 fingers down. But this time when you're starting the strum, get to count 5 and start visualizing your fingers making that change. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Start thinking about it. 7, 8, and lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Start visualizing. 7, 8, and 1, 2. Are you landing it right on the beat? 4, 5, 6, 7. Visualize, and good. And if you wanted to, you could go ahead and start adding finger 1. 5. Start visualizing. 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how you begin transitioning your guitar chords. Now, how do we improve this? How do we get it faster, speed it up? Well, we can just start reducing the count. So initially we started with 8 counts. Let's jump it down to a 6 count this time instead. See how it goes. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Start thinking. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start thinking. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Visualize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start visualizing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start visualizing. Don't be afraid to shake it off. I mean, I'm an experienced guitarist, and even putting that much pressure down, that slowly, that intently, I can feel it in my hand a little bit. So I guarantee if you're a new player and you're playing along with me, you might be like, oh my gosh, take as many breaks as you want. Come back to this video, pause, stretch it out. So after 6 counts, we can go right down to 4 counts. This is going to feel like warp speed. I mean, it's literally twice as fast as the 8 count. So definitely get your 8 count down, your 6 count before you come to the 4 count. So no rush on this, just come to this part of the video whenever you feel like you're ready. And we're gonna count in. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should still be visualizing. However, there's not a lot of time to visualize anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Which is partly why we want to be pretty comfortable with these chords and these transitions before we go down to the 4 count. You can go down to 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and eventually 1, 1. If that felt like a sprint to the finish, I'm sorry and you're welcome. I'm just pushing you to show you where you can get. And believe it or not, these chords are going to get easier and easier, faster and faster, but do it at your own pace. Do it at your own time. We want quality, but we do also want quantity. We want to get a lot of reps in. Some people like to tell you, do as many 1 transitions as you can in a row. I'm actually someone who's in the camp of doing this slower, more reps, because what we want to do is really build a familiarity with our fingers. I mean, playing these chord shapes is a really foreign thing. It's really unfamiliar, and it feels very awkward and very strange at first. So what we need to do is make it less weird, make it a more familiar feeling. So by keeping our fingers down in these chord shapes for longer, you're literally training your muscles, you're building endurance, and you're actually going to be able to remember these shapes a lot better than if it's just transition, 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 transition. Okay, next 2 chords, transition, transition, transition. We want to build these chords in a way that's memorable, in a way that's going to stick, so that when you're playing with someone or when you're looking up your favorite new song online, you're not scrambling to be like, okay, wait, hold on, what is it? Okay, wait, hold up, this. Obviously, you don't want that, and neither does your audience. So that's why we're spending a lot of quality time on these chord transitions, taking it slow, building in the muscle memory so that we're really prepared when the time comes. So congratulations, you've just learned your 2nd guitar chord and your 1st guitar chord transition between E minor to A minor. Next up, I promise I've got a major chord for you and you're going to love it. It's going to be the E major chord. I'll see you there.